who is a father of a world champion, and we've got a couple of world champions that had their sons meant to be fighting on this very night. Yeah. You know that fight fell apart. Talk to me about what do you think of that and the fact that the fight didn't go forward?
Listen, what can I say? If Conor Ben's been using, ban the fucker. Ban him. Because it's a dangerous sport. Whatever they do, whatever they don't. But I'm having no opinion on it at all. You know, a man's innocent till proven guilty, and I've been in that position myself where you're guilty when you've been pronounced guilty before the trial. I've been there, know how it feels. So until the B sample comes up, I'm going to say the benefit of the doubt to Conor Ben. The fighting men are athletes. For now, what can you say? If it comes out the B sample he's been using, ban him. There's no more to be said, is there? Look.
Those are the words of John Fury, as you heard him say, ban the effer. But I don't have an opinion one way or the other. Man, you gotta love the Furies. But no, I think he's absolutely right. And he should know. He should know because his son was banned. Tyson Fury was banned. So if his son was banned, why wouldn't he want another son or a fighter's son to be banned? If he's using, you're using. You shouldn't be doing it. You knew what you were doing when you were doing it. Therefore, you know, you have to be held accountable for what you do. You know, again, Conor Ben, I've met him. He's a cool guy and all that. But it's like, if he's had a history, an unknown history of using, now people are coming all out of the woodwork, you know, like Chris Algieri and company. And, you know, stating that they never been hit like that before. And, you know, and certain things you pick up on, the mannerisms, the stereotypes of someone that is using, you know, roid rage and, you know, those type of things, which we've seen Conor Ben do. You know, he might just be a crunk little John type person. He may be or may not be. But then here's the problem, the perception of it all now. The perception of it all is like, yeah, you might not be a cheater. You might have took something you had no idea that you took. But at this end of the day, you're responsible for whatever goes into your body. Do I feel bad for him? No, I don't. I feel bad more for Chris Eubank because Chris Eubank had enough sense to be responsible enough and professional enough to not take shit that had anything in it. If you intentionally did it or you unintentionally did it, it don't matter because people are going to draw their own conclusions anyway. Okay, that's what people need to understand. Okay, so if he took something, he's like, fuck, I didn't know. God knows he knew. That's the only person, but we're not gods. We're just people. And people talk. And that's all it really is. So if he does, I'm with John Fury. Hey, you have to be banned. Not because we think you're a bad person. Not because we think you're a cheat, which you could have been doing that the whole time. But here's the thing. Can you prove it? Let's look at it this way. Can you prove Tyson Fury took nandrolone before he got popped with nandrolone? No. Can you prove that Jarrell Miller did or tried and experimented with drugs before he got popped trying to fight Joshua? No. You're not going to know. The only person that's going to know is God, the higher power, the person that knows things that you don't know or other people don't think you know. That's the only thing. But karma is a bitch, and it will eventually come back to you. So some fighters that do take, you know, and I think what happens normally, you look at a guy like Conor Ben, I'm just speculating, he's smaller. You look at a guy like Chris Eubank Jr., he's bigger. So then you know what's at stake. Your family's name is at stake. Ain't that the best time to take more drugs if you were taking less drugs before? Think about it. It's just one of those things. Maybe he got greedy. Maybe if he was taking people, I'm just speculating again, because a lot of people like to read into certain things and turn it off. Fuck you. But if he was taking before, he was probably taking less of whatever he was taking to give him a happy medium. So when it is time to cycle off, he has no problems getting it out of his system. Okay. But this particular fight was different. Why? Because this particular fight, consisted of a guy that his father, or the guy's father, fought your father. So that is a motive to, hey, let me take more of this shit because I know I took that and I know I was really good. I need a little bit more because this bitch may be a little bit too big for me. And I want to withstand these punches. I want to have more energy. I want to have more stamina. I want to have more endurance. I want to have more durability. I want to have more of every fucking thing because this guy, I want to beat him more than any fucking thing. So that may be what Conor Benn was thinking about. You know, it's either one of those scenarios. Either he just didn't know, which, you know, is careless. So for that reason, you should be banned. Because we'll never know if you intended to take it. Or you was taking it already and you decided to take more. That's why it showed up in your system in the first place, that small amount, because you took too much at one time trying to get an edge and the type of special edge you needed for a special type of fight. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this counterpunch and John Fury's opinion on Conor Benn. If he's guilty, ban the effer, of course. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!